another poet here with us today, Chad Sanders. Chad is a teacher at Everett High School. Come on up here, Chad. He is also a resident of Charlotte and in the Lansing region, and his parents go to our Potterville campus, but I didn't actually meet Chad first through his parents. I met him at a poetry room event. So Chad, give us your poetry.
Every year we would camp up north by Sleeping Bear sand dunes. A highlight was always the dune climb, a massive mountain of sand. The kids would scramble like crazy to race to the top, rewarded with a view of Glen Lake one way, and the other way the sand stretches like Lawrence of Arabia. I wouldn't always make it up to that view. Some years I'd struggle in the shifting sands and then just plop down and say, oh yeah, this is nice. I can see my car from here. Of course I can see my car. I only made it up 10 feet. I'm basically still in the parking lot. This is nice. Because climbing up that dune is hard. You work and you work to get up, just to slide back down, sometimes even further than before. One step forward, two steps back. Today, it feels like we're all on that dune. Feels like we're making progress, climbing and climbing, only to realize we really haven't gotten very far at all. Why am I working so hard for a view of the parking lot?
Rewind.
Why am I working so hard for a view of the parking lot? We have a vaccine. Step forward. It's taking forever to roll out. Step back. Meanwhile, 3,000 people a day are still dying. Step back. More white people than ever are marching alongside their brothers and sisters in the fight for justice. Step forward. The first female and Black and Asian American woman elected vice president. Step forward. Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Rayshard Brooks. Just this week, Raphael Warnock became the first Black Georgian ever elected to the U.S. Senate. Step forward. That same day, the U.S. Capitol was laid siege by a mob of Americans chanting, USA, USA, USA. Some of them carrying signs saying Jesus saves. There's not room in this building for as far back as I want to step right now. The president-elect, Congress people, faith leaders all took to the airwaves saying, this is not who we are. But I'm starting to think, what if it is? Starting to feel like maybe this is who we are. Jesus saves, the signs proclaimed as news spread like tear gas of our national shame.
Rewind.
Jesus saves, the signs proclaimed as news spread like tear gas of our national shame. And I just want to shout, this may be who we are. I don't know anymore. But one thing I know for sure is that this is not who Jesus is. So what do? I'm just me. You're just you. But Peter was just a fisherman. Matthew was just a taxman. Harriet Tubman, a slave. Malala Yousafzai, a schoolgirl. They were all just one person, but one person with a purpose, with a mission. What's my mission? What's yours? For me, it's learning to set aside what I can't control. Relationship, that's my goal. I can shout all night into my handheld device. I can doom scroll all day, let my sound and fury ignite, signifying nothing. Or I can make an actual difference. where I can in real life, have a chat with a friend, or maybe invite someone new to my book club or a happy hour Zoom, or find a way to serve in the midst of this gloom. In this gloom of a week, I need to recenter and shout this: love your neighbor. This is what it's always been about. Some of us got it twisted, made it something it isn't. But Jesus is love. Cut it, print it. Some years at those dunes, I didn't make it to the top. I usually did, because I just didn't stop. It may not have been pretty. It might not have been with speed. But history showed me that if I kept going, finally I'd succeed. This week felt like a slide all the way down that hill. But we can't stop stepping forward, because there are people who will see what happened and think that Jesus is hate, that Jesus is blind rage, and I can't let them equate what I know Jesus to be with the sacrilege that they just watched on TV. There's no time to be shy, no time for excuses. With my time here on earth, I got to show them what the truth is.